Hi, Lee Phillips again. I want to talk about a question that I get a lot from students, and that is, what makes a will or a trust legal? Well, that depends upon which state you're in. It depends upon what the document is. So let's look at it for a minute. One of our norms in society is we want legal stuff to be written down, and we've got the statute that says that your deed's no good unless it's written down, and all of this sort of stuff. So in a will, each state now requires at least 2 witnesses. So in the wills that I have in the Accumulation Preservation Wealth Set, I have 2 witnesses. California thought that they were going to be special, and for a number of years they required 3 witnesses. But everybody requires 2 now. I also add a notary. So you're going to sign it, the witnesses are going to sign it, and then I'm going to have a notary, and the notary is going to notarize your signature and the 2 witnesses' signatures. That is what we call a self-proving will. The notary is basically the representative of the state. And the notary is saying, these are the guys that signed it, I saw them sign it, on behalf of the state, I verify that. So it's self-proving because we don't have to get you back into court and testify that the witnesses, get them up on stand and testify that they signed as witnesses. No, the notary did that. So in the wills, you're always going to have your signature and the signature of the 2 witnesses and the notary. So does that make it legal? Well, you could have what's called a holographic will, for example. And that's a will that you just write in your own handwriting. And I think we have a YouTube on holographic wills. But you write it in your own handwriting. It has to be on a piece of paper that has nothing else written on it. The letterhead in the hotel, that doesn't work. Nothing else written on it, and you sign it and you date it, and you now have a legal will. So there are lots of variations. The trust, I have actually today, I have your signature and then 2 witnesses. The reason is California, thank you California, decided that a trust is a testamentary document. It gets rid of stuff after you die. And so they said, well, gee, we should really have it executed, signed, made legal, just like a will. So California now requires your signature and the 2 witnesses. I add the notary in the Accumulation Preservation Wealth Set. And by the way, the Accumulation Preservation Wealth Set is a set of materials where I walk you through audio version and electronically how to do your own wills and trusts and corporations and all of this stuff. But at any rate, I have the notary added, self-proving provision. So the trust, your signature, 2 witnesses, and the notary. If you're doing a corporation or an LLC or a limited partnership or whatever it is, you're going to have your signatures, and you're going to file it at the state. Now the will and the trust, you don't file with the state. You file a will after the guy dies and you have to probate something, but to make it legal, you don't have to file anywhere to have your will and your trust. LLCs, corporations, yeah, you've got to file those. And your state will have certain requirements. They will tell you where to file, they will tell you who has to sign, they will tell you how much money you have to pay, and all of that sort of stuff in order to get your LLC, your corporation, whatever it is. So each state has a different procedure for each one of these legal documents. What I try to do in the Accumulation Preservation Wealth Set is pick the worst case scenario and then have everybody else comply to that. If you do an overkill, it's no big deal. If you do an underkill, you got a problem because the state won't recognize it. And usually, if you comply with California, you comply with anybody. They're nuts in California, just let me tell you that. But making it legal, it's not really something that you can say. Now, don't forget to subscribe, okay? And by the way, if you want a 90-minute DVD that will tell you more about the accumulation, preservation, wealth set and go through the asset protection and the tax aspects of the wills and the trusts and the LLCs and the corporations and the limited partnerships and all of that stuff, if you want a 90-minute DVD, I will give it to you for the shipping cost, which is a couple of bucks. We put it in an envelope sleeve and ship it out to you. So just give me an email, Lee. Well, no, we won't do Lee. Let's do info. INFO at Legalees, LEGALEES. It's a pun on my name. Legalees.com. So info at legalees.com, and we'll get that 90-minute DVD out to you for just the shipping cost. No big deal. But it's a good DVD, and it's going to walk you through all of this stuff. So this is Lee Phillips, and I'm talking about what makes a document legal.